Good morning from Blackpool Pleasure Beach as we are here for opening weekend of the theme park season. It's our first theme park vlog of the year here from Blackpool Pleasure Beach, and we never do Blackpool Pleasure Beach in February because it's a bit hit and miss on how good it is. So we're really interested to see exactly what's going to be open, what condition the park's in today, and indeed how many rides we can go on. It's getting more and more popular every year, and fingers crossed they prepared for it this year. But we're here and we're going to make the most of the day, and that's what it's all about. So we're going to take you around the park, show you our adventure for the day, see how busy it is, and yeah, hopefully have a great time. So if you can see, obviously going to be new for this year. They seem to be kind of redoing it. Looks like that one's been done. Bit of a structural thing, but the ride is closed today. Wonder if there'll be anything new inside when it opens. Oh, here it is, people. Here it is. Now I know there's no love for Wallace and Gromit, but it's one of the reasons we come to Blackpool Pleasure Beach is this ride. We love this ride. It's probably one of our favourite dark rides. What do you think? Yeah. Yeah. So we've gone from good to yeah today. We're really rocking it, but we're inside the Pleasure Beach now. It was very, very busy outside, in fairness. I'm not going to get too close to that. Icon is going around. We were told it's opening late today. It's actually got lights on the side as well, which I don't think I've seen the lights on the side before. Don't think we've seen it before. Right to testing, we're about 10 minutes away before anything opens. We are quite early. People are heading down there. No idea what that music is. Absolutely no idea. So we're here, one train operation is generally the theme for today. We can only see one on Avalanche here. There goes Icon with its beautiful lights down the side. It's not something we've seen. We've not been here when it's been sort of dark enough to have it. So, where are we going, boys? Where are we going? You don't know?
Should we check if Icon's actually going to open on time?
I think we're going to head down that way, see what we can find. Is yours favourite, Cody? Revolution, your favourite?
One of.
One of. I think Icon overtook it last year, but you still love it, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's head down. Can't argue at that, can you? That's it, Streak opened early. It was a good start, wasn't it? Because we've gone around on the Streak, we've seen all the other rides until sharp at 10:57, opening time 11, on and off the Streak. When's the last time we went on that?
About 3 years ago.
It's been a few years since we've been on the Streak. Do you remember it?
No.
You don't even remember it. How bad's that? How old are you? 10. 10, and he doesn't remember going on the Streak. That's pretty bad. That was really smooth as well. It's that kind of towards the back row. We can't be filming on any rides today. Blackpool don't allow it, and of course we'll respect that. But yeah, that was really smooth at the back. Really enjoyed that. Avalanche?
Yeah.
As long as it don't have a long queue.
Might have a long queue. Bit of a queue.
Yeah.
Bit of a queue.
Yeah.
Hasn't opened yet, in fairness, but there is a little bit of a queue for it. But I still think it's better to do it now. We just won't get on it today on one train. We'll let you know how long it takes. Bit of Avalanche to start the day. What do you think of that?
Pretty good.
Running fast.
Really good.
Running quick. Really enjoyed that. Yeah, 2 trains. Don't know what the fuss is about. And honestly, we got on and off that in 6 minutes. It was 10 minutes late opening, but now we're going to walk around. We want to get a Revolution, but look, we can't go that way anymore. So we're going to have to go this way past Icon. We can see Icon's queue. We're panning around now. That is out the door. It is open today without too many problems. Touch wood from what we hear. It's probably about a 45-minute queue on 2 trains. But whilst everyone's in a queue for the big one, which they seem to be, which is only on 1 train, and whilst everyone's in a queue for Icon, we're going to try and whip round and get some of the other coasters done before joining the big queues. We up for it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, we're up for it. So you got on about Steeplechase?
Yeah.
So did you enjoy that?
Yeah.
Steeplechase?
Yeah, good.
Oh, it's a proper classic, to be fair, and we've it's 11:30, so the park opened at 11 today, not 10 like it does during the summer. Opened at 11, we've done 3 roller coasters.
Yeah.
Nickelodeon Streak, Avalanche, and now Steeplechase. We were going to do Ironbury Revolution, or Revolution as it's now known as, sorry, but that is shut at the moment. Skyforce is currently still closed. We're going to leave Icon till a bit later because everyone's in Icon or they're over here at Pepsi Max Big One. I mean, look at Icon. It's just a beautiful ride. I know it gets quite a lot of criticism, Icon, for being sort of too soft and too slow, but I think it's incredible. Just think it looks incredible, especially next to this, but that's the queue for Big One, and that's on one train today, so we're definitely not going to be doing that. Big Dipper?
Yeah, can do.
I think we're heading down to Big Dipper now. Bit of a long queue. I think we're starting to pick up the queues now, but we are heading into the Big Dipper. Another classic Blackpool roller coaster. I think it's fair to say you've got to have a love for the wooden roller coasters here, and the Big Dipper is just one of those love-hate ones. We have some good rides on it. We definitely have some good rides on it, and we have some rough rides on it, and that one was a rough ride. So I was right at the front, and these two were right at the back. And at the front, it was a bit painful on my legs, and at the back, it was
Painful on my neck.
painful on the neck, painful on the neck and the back. So yeah, it's running on 2 trains. We didn't queue very long for it, which is always good. It's always good when you're at a busy theme park, and it is busy here today. But unfortunately, whilst going around, we have noticed that the Icon queue has been emptied, completely emptied. So it's broken down, and it's broken down to a point they felt they needed to empty probably an hour queue. So we're not really sure what to do then, but I mean, it's just gone 11:30. We've done 4 of the main roller coasters. There are a few ride closures. We said Revolution hasn't opened yet, Skyforce hasn't opened yet, Icon's up and down. We were told that Icon wasn't open until late, so to see it open with the park was a bit of a shock. Be interesting to see what happens with it now, because we do really want to get on it today, and fingers crossed we can. But I think it's time for some smaller rides.
Okay.
What are we thinking?
Dunno.
Yeah.
Real help. These two, I tell you, they are just amazing help. I want to go do Wallace and Gromit. It looked like it had quite a long queue, but I want to get on Wallace and Gromit, because if that closes down today and we don't get on that or Icon, it's a waste of a day as far as I'm concerned. And it's just over the hill here. Leave some love for Wallace and Gromit in the bottom. Gotta love Wallace and Gromit, surely. Leave some love in the comments. That's where we're heading now. Orange. Some random light on. That one is certainly not for us today. It's way too cold to be thinking about going on Valhalla, so we're going to be giving that one a skip. Now we've just done Wallace and Gromit. Just showed you obviously our favourite clip from in there. It is our guilty pleasure when we come to the Pleasure Beach. It is having quite a lot of audio issues today. Some parts don't have audio at all. Other parts have really quiet audio, which is a bit of a shame. We won't be queuing for it again today. That is our one and only time on it. The park is busy. They are now being told as you come in that Revolution will be shut for the day. Whereas when we came in, it was just ghost trains. So obviously there's a problem with Revolution. We did see it testing this morning and took a shot of it as well, but it just never sort of materialised. At the moment, Icon's closed as well. Skyforce is also closed. So there are a few rides down. We haven't seen Grand National go around yet. They were having a problem with that this morning. So there are rides down, but we have done 5 rides in just over an hour, which quite honestly, given you know what it's like and how busy it is, and you know with some ride closures, we're really quite happy with that. We're considering Ice Blast. He's never been on Ice Blast.
No.
How you feeling about Ice Blast? So he loves Detonator, and I find Detonator quite something. I really do. I really hurts my neck, and I'm not great with the drop towers. But he doesn't want to go on. He don't want to go on this. Quite honestly, I think that's a lot easier to go on than what Detonator is, but he's not too sure. We are going to get on it today. He is going to have his first ride on it, and it'll be interesting how he compares it to Detonator. I don't think it touches Detonator in the way it works, same as Cliffhanger at Flamingo Land either. The shoot towers are just fun. They're just fun. They're not that thrilling. They're just fun. Add a bit of height. they don't have the kind of impact, the sheer force of what Detonator has. But we will get on that. We're gonna have a little look around. We're gonna see if there's any activity down by Icon. There's something we really want to get on today, and I really wish perhaps we'd have queued for it first, but then maybe we'd have missed the other coasters. It was always going to be a catch-22, sadly, but we'll wait and see. We'll wait and see. Let's have a little walk around the park, see if we can find any small queues. So this is the one train queue for Infusion going up there. That's got to be... That could be pushing 90 minutes, that queue. Insane queue. Needless to say, we don't queue for Infusion anyway, because I find it a real neck breaker. It's certainly not my favourite ride at the park, if not one I really go all out to avoid. But certainly with that queue, we're avoiding that like the plague. Now, the queues are getting really busy, and it is due to the ride closures, undoubtedly. Icon has its shutters down. There are people working on it. It doesn't look like they've given up on it yet. It is only 12:30, so the park's only been open an hour and a half. It operates for about 45 minutes. You know, we decided to do the other rides first, thinking it would probably be all right, and it's dead. So that might be our fault if we don't get on Icon today, sadly, but we are still holding hope that they do get the ride open. But we'll see. But Infusion, not something we're going to be doing today. So as you'll see, the Laughing Man has disappeared. He's under maintenance. We've got some scaffolding up where he kind of sits right here. That's gone. When you look back, when you look up, you'll see it's quite warm around here, so imagine it's being completely redone up for when the 2019 season really fully opens, which isn't going to kick in sort of until April time. So you can see on the Revolution floor, old floor, new floor. Old floor, new floor. It's good to see they're keeping up the painting, especially with the health and safety on the yellow. While we're here, we'll give you some shots of how busy the big one is. Revolution has just opened for the first time today, and we were right here, straight on it. Loved it. You love a bit of Revolution, don't you? What's your favourite bit? The loop. The loop. Your favourite bit?
The loop.
The loop. See, I disagree. I actually think coming out the loop in the airtime at the top, particularly when you're going backwards, is my favourite bit of that ride. And I always have a love-hate relationship with it, but really I think I secretly like it. I really think I secretly like it. And that was the day. That's our 5th coaster of the day. It's coming up to 1 o'clock, still no sign of Icon opening, so we're going to have a little wander down now, see if there's any sign of life. And yeah, plan our next ride. But we won't be getting in that queue today, because that queue looks mental. That queue looks mental, and that ride over there is closed. So let's try and find something that's open. As we come back down to the fence area, you can also see the Dodgems area here. The Dodgems is open today. He's also having some work done to the roofing area, so quite a lot of maintenance is still going on in the park. It's February. In terms of like new things, we haven't seen anything kind of outstandingly new. We've just got off Revolution, as we videoed there for you. It's had a new kind of painting on the floor. It's obviously a grip base because you are quite high up. The whole station's been done as well. In addition to that, the trains seem to have new seat belts, new seat belt couplings, which we don't remember there last year. We didn't come since August last year, so it's a possibility they're added later in the season, but for us, it's certainly a new touch for 2019. But yeah, a little bit of construction going on still, and there's some more down the bottom as well, which we'll go and have a look at now. Now, one thing we've noticed while we've walked around towards the other construction is that these fences appear new, and I don't believe I saw them last year. They certainly don't look like they've rusted over the closed season. So these are the same style as Icon, in a nice little kind of wavy, and they're sitting right here by the Revolution. So we have some new fences, nice and modern, quite like the curvy style. We love new fences. around as well. You got some Valhalla bits down there, actually, which Kurt's just going to try and find the price out of. The desk used to be right here, and now it's over there. And the ride parks used to be here, and they're now down there. So there are some changes. Nothing kind of significant. Weren't really expecting any new rides this year, to be honest with you, obviously because the money spent on Icon last year, but there are some nice little touches going up around the park, and there's still some more to look at. So carry on having a look. So no, the music hasn't changed. We heard it had, but the music is still very much Charlie and Chocolate Factory in Alice. There she is. Now there you go. Music is now back to how it was, or the same, depending on when you visited. So waiting to see whether or not Grand National's going to open. We thought we'd come down to this end of the park. It's open down here. The Derby Races, the Ice Blast, the Flying Machines, and Alice in Wonderland. And we hit Alice in Wonderland first because we wanted to check. So you've just seen some footage from inside Alice in Wonderland to show that the music's the same. I don't know whether the music changed. A lot of people reported that it did change, and other people said the music then went back to how it was. Well, it is the original music. It is sort of the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Willy Wonka music, which is currently playing inside, so that's what we have to go with. It looks quite bright in there. Music seems lower than normal, pretty much the same as Wallace and Gromit. And of course, we're on Flying Machines above us here. Walk on. We love walk on. Walk on. It's 2:30. We're waiting to see whether Grand National's going to open shortly. It's been testing. It looks like they've done all the work on it, so we're kind of hovering with intent, really. The queues are really, really long at the moment, and there's no sign, sadly, of Icon opening. But 2.5 hours left. Fingers crossed. So definitely something happening in there. Some of the arcades are being redone. Hopefully nice and posh.
Actually, no.
It's open.
Yeah, long queue though.
It's open.
It's open.
It's open. So as you saw, we were in the queue for Icon, and now we're not in the queue for Icon. The doors are closed. There was an almighty, we were quite close to be fair. We were sort of on the ground bit, we were taking some footage, and there was an almighty sort of bang as the train launched. A real sort of grinding noise as it went over the launch system, and then we heard the music cut out, and at that point we knew that it was probably game over. And yeah, it was game over. The ride shut straight away. We were exited straight from the queue. Do not pass go, do not collect £200. The doors have closed, so second time we tried to get on Icon and we haven't managed it yet. Now then, it's 4:45. We've kind of made a joint decision that we're not going to go on any other rides now. The big one's got a 2-hour queue. It's on one train. I can't stand a 2-hour queue for that. You know, we've done quite well today. We've done a lot of coasters that are open that we wanted to do. We didn't want to do Infusion. You know, we've done Alice, we've done Wallace and Gromit, we've done the Flying Machines. Skyforce hasn't opened today either. So really, the last ride we want to do is Icon. So we're going to hang around here now for the next 45 minutes and just see what happens. You know, fingers crossed we can get on it. We could probably go and complain and get a fast track, but there's no point. The park's only open for another hour and a half. If it opens, we'll be close to the front. If it doesn't open, it doesn't open. Disappointed? We'll be really disappointed if we don't get on it. It seems to be affecting only one train. One of the trains seems to be an issue when it's going over there, and they would be much better just removing the train from service and just having the one. Yes, it's going to have a long queue, but you know, if there's no reason. They've already said they would extend opening if it was a nice day. Well, look, it's a beautiful day. It's a little bit nippy, but it's a beautiful day. So there's no reason why, you know, even if they only extend the opening for Icon, they don't get people in the queue. You know, put it on one train. The train is clearly working fine. I don't think there's any problems anywhere else. And yeah, off we go. But we'll wait and see. We'll come back to you. There are a lot of crazy people here today. Oh my. If you want to know where everyone from the Icon queue went, they're in here. So generally Valhalla is the last ride of the day for many, many people, and it is for all of them, but it's not for us. It is too cold for Valhalla. But we have time for one more ride. You thought you got away with it, didn't you?
No.
No, we didn't. Let's get on. So, Cody, how was Ice Blast?
Not very good.
Not very good. How was Ice Blast?
Dreadful.
And that's because it broke down and we got turfed out of the queue line again. It's been a bit of a mixed day here at the Pleasure Beach, to be honest with you. We don't tend to come for, as we said, February weekends. But we've done some good rides. We made good progress this morning, didn't we?
Yeah, I think we did 5 roller coasters.
We did 5 of the main roller coasters. Grand National never opened. So that wasn't advertised as being shut today. Skyforce never opened and it didn't even look like they were working on it. We obviously got turfed out of the Icon queue, and then we've come over to Ice Blast and we've been turfed out of that queue, and then one train operation on Pepsi Max, big one, meant we didn't get on that. So yeah, it's a bit mixed. We got on probably more rides than I expected given what we'd heard about opening weekends. However, it's really not set up quite well enough given how busy the park is. I mean, this is actually the busiest we've seen the park in a long time. I mean, even in summer, I don't think we've seen it as busy.
No.
No.
Valhalla was a full queue.
I mean, yeah, the Valhalla queue is full on exit in February. I mean, that should tell you everything about how busy the park is. So yeah, mixed day here at Pleasure Beach. I do hope you've enjoyed our coverage today. We've obviously given you some footage where we can get footage. Here is the dead Grand National. Did look like at one point it was going to reopen, or open. I say reopen, it didn't open, but it didn't. Sadly, it didn't. Over the back there, everything is closing up now. As the rides come to the end, you know, I just don't feel like standing in a queue for a big one for 2 hours on one train. I really think if they need to open February, they're gonna have to up their game, because this is a popular event. This is the busiest I've seen a theme park in February, full stop, any theme park. And we visit quite a few. We've got a couple more coming up, a couple of seaside ones coming up, and this is the busiest I've seen a theme park in February, even some of the disastrous Fort Park ones. So yeah, mixed day. We had a good day. We had a good day?
Yeah, good.
We had a good day. We're going to call it a relative success for the rides we have got on, but a disappointment particularly that we didn't get on Icon. But thank you for joining us today here at UK Theme Parks, and we'll see you at the next theme park.